The Dutch language is linguistically one of the closest languages to English. English and Dutch have both similar vocabulary and grammar. One of the main reasons why English is picked up by the Dutch is because a big percentage of English is in the media. Unlike in other countries, movies do not get dubbed. They're only given subtitles underneath, which is why most people speak English very well and do not mind switching if needed. As everyone speaks English pretty well, it's easy to go around not speaking Dutch. Why would you then feel the need to learn Dutch? Shouldn't you use your time more effectively and explore the country instead of just spending your time burying your head in a dictionary?
Hey you! Yeah, you happy international. How's life inside the bubble? Where everyone speaks English? Where your dinner and your parties and your classes are all in your precious campus? Oh, but you wanted to live off campus? That's tricky. See, life beyond the gates is a little different.
Yeah, well, in the first 3 weeks, everything seemed connected with the institution, so I had to go to town for the same thing quite frequently, because it was just so hectic, and I didn't really know how to get around it. It's completely different from Macedonia, and you need this for that, and this for that, and this for that, so you really don't know what to get first. And then when you try to get something else, you realize that there are more steps to that. For example, like I went to get my number, to get a Dutch number, and they told me I needed my passport for it. Then the next day I got my passport, and they told me I needed something else, and then it actually told me I had to have a bank account for at least 6 months, I think, so that I can get it. And I just got really mad, so I went to their competition and finished everything on time, luckily.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I think the hardest thing, that I wasn't really expecting was going to the grocery store. It was like the end of my life. I had to Google Translate literally everything. I had no idea what anything was. The food is not what I was expecting. So, yep.
Okay. This is only where your struggle starts. When moving to the Netherlands, there are a few things nobody tells you about. First, you need to find a place to live. You will have to spend hours looking up different rooms, which will cost more than you can actually afford. You will have to learn how to live from your little financial savings. You will have to hope and perhaps beg for somebody to care enough to invite you over for a hospitarawand. A hospitarawand is an event for residents to come and see offered rooms. It is also something like an audition where you have to compete with other candidates to win the offered room. There are even websites online that focus on giving you the right tips on how you should behave during a hospitarawand. For example, you have to show the best version of yourself. You have to come across as nice, organized, and social, but not too social. As the competition is really high, these websites even advise you what kind of questions you could expect. For example, what are your hobbies? How does your week look like? How much time do you spend home? What would you add to the group? They even advise you to look presentable on social media, as of course, Facebook profiles are often consulted before the selection is made. Talk to a few of the residents and show interest in both the people and the house. Pray that you will not have to go through another 20 auditions and meet the same people in the same rooms. Although you probably will not understand a single word, as this evening will be held in Dutch, you will have to somehow convince them that you are the ideal choice. As with auditions, you might have to try a few of them before you get an offer, because you might be told that although you were more than lovely, internationals were not actually wanted in the house. So can you tell us about your struggles finding a place to live?
Well, in Utrecht it was kind of difficult since there's a lot of people searching for a house, but there's not many rooms available. So it's kind of difficult since people have like a wider variety of people that they can choose from. So in the room that I got chosen here, there were around 20 to 25 people, I think.
Yeah.
And if they only have 2 rooms available and they need to pick up 25 people, then it's going to be glitchy and it's going to be like a bit competitive. But the worst experience for me was, since I think I've only done 3 hospital nights in total to find a room, so it's 3 nights, okay. But if you hear stories that people actually steal their anecdotes or their quotes of people, and that people meet each other like multiple times on the room search, that they see the same people, and then it kind of gets awkward since you always have like a story, like a sales pitch for yourself that you give who you are and what you're doing, and you constantly change it through the nights that you have. And if you meet someone again and that person like stole your complete story or anything, then it's funny as hell at one point, but it's kind of embarrassing as well. It's kind of sad that you have to go through such effort to find a room, and even as Dutch people, I think it's quite difficult in these overpopulated cities.
I think I did 14 different, 14 or 15 before I got to this place, and this place actually had 4 rooms available at the moment. And yeah, I got in, I was like, at one point you're so fed up because I was looking for a room, I think for 3 months, so it's so tough to get in anywhere, and then yeah, I was lucky enough for somebody to tag me in something, and it was via, and then I still had to wait for a month until this hospice night was, and I was like, oh, I hope I'd find something before that, and I didn't, and I got in here luckily.
After signing a house contract that is all in Dutch and believing that nobody ripped you off, you can start settling in your new place. The expat's life, however, does not end here. Did you think you were done? No. Start thinking of getting a Dutch phone number, a Dutch bank account, a Dutch health insurance. These are important things that need to be done as soon as possible.